All right, I'm going to kind of make this quick because I've got interviews set up this morning and I got to get going on that. But first thing we're going to have is our safety meeting, and I'm going to talk about eye safety. We've kind of talked about it before in the past a little bit, but I think it's something that needs to be brought up again. And so this particular safety meeting, the information I got, it basically says that about each day about 2,000 U.S. workers have job-related eye injuries that require some type of medical attention. About 1/3 of the injuries are treated in hospital, emergency departments, and more than 100 of those injuries result in 1 or more days lost work. Workers can obviously get particles of dust in their eye, metal, wood, glass, concrete, plastic, or other hard substances in their eyes, in addition to chemicals, acids, sparks, hot oil, fire, and steam are also some of the things that people end up getting into their eyes. So basically, you know, our company policy is you're required to wear eye protection in all operations where there's any danger or exposure to those conditions that could affect your eyes. So I wanted to, that's not only our policy, that's OSHA, okay? So I'm telling you guys that because I want to make it clear that it's your responsibility as an employee to have those glasses and be wearing them anytime you could possibly have an injury to your eye. So if there's any kind of splash going around, chemical, if there's any kind of, if you're grinding, if you're soldering, I mean, there's so many different things you can be doing. Even around dust, I mean, you're up in an attic, there's dust everywhere. You know, it just sits there, and then you're moving things around, and you have insulation, and which has fiberglass in it, so a lot of times. So there could be, you know, there's just a number of things that could be in our working areas that we work in. So there's impact hazards. Those are those that result from flying or falling objects or sparks striking the eye. So we should always be wearing, you know, some type of safety goggles or shields, depending on the situation. You can also get things that from heat injuries may occur to the eye and face when workers are exposed to high temperatures, splashes of molten metal, just like we talked about, hot sparks. So again, eye protection for those hazards should be, sometimes you have to have special, if you're soldering, or I'll even say welding would probably be more accurate. You have special, you know, goggles that you either need to wear or a face shield that protects yourself from not only an impact to the eye, but the bright, you know, sparks and arcs that you get from that. You need to have, you know, the darker sunglasses that are approved for that. Chemical injuries are often a result from inappropriate choices of your personal protective equipment or not wearing it properly that allow chemical substances to enter from around the protective eyewear. So even if you wear just regular glasses, a lot of times it's not enough because if you can get a splash, it can go in. So that's why you wear the ones that are completely covering the sides and the bottoms. So safety glasses are supposed to be rated. It's an ANSI rating. Even if you have prescription lenses, you know, obviously we have some people who wear glasses, then you should also have a safety glass rated when you're working for your eyeglasses. So that's just something that I thought I wanted to bring up again because it's one of the biggest issues that people have, and we only have one set of eyes. So I mean, I was grinding. The funny thing is I have a pair of safety glasses at home. I was grinding a safe in my house. Found out there was nothing in it, but which I knew there wasn't.
So you were breaking into a safe?
Breaking into a safe.
Gotcha, okay.
It was in the floor of my house, underneath the carpet that I had to pull back. And I mean, sparks were flying everywhere, and so as soon as I started without safety glasses. All right, like most of us do, especially when you're around the house. You don't think about safety as much. So this is kind of why I brought this up. And then within about, I don't know, 30 seconds, I felt, sparks hitting my face. I'm like, okay, that's enough. Turn it off. Went out and got my glasses. They were in the garage. I had to find them, put them on, and I wore them the rest of the time. But kind of made me think about, the dangers that we all do, because I know a lot of us, it's just a second. It's just going to take me a few minutes. Well, I knew that was going to take me longer because that steel was thick and heavy and hardened steel. But it just kind of brought it up to me, and I thought, hey, I'm going to bring it back up to you guys again, just to, you only have one set of eyes. Take care of them. Wear safety glasses. I wanted to bring up one other thing that has nothing to do with safety now that we've got that part out of the way, is the on-call people. I understand there's all kinds of things that happen to, all of us at times, phone's dead, whatever the case is. But if you're on call, you need to make sure you're answering your phone, or have your phone on. Have it charged. I mean, you guys, we're all responsible humans, and we should be, and adults, we should be plugging our phones in at night before we go to bed. Because, this weekend I'm calling, I have dispatch calling, several people calling, trying to get the on-call people just out to jobs. So, then we're putting customers off who we already had scheduled in the morning, and then, something else comes in, and it's just a struggle to get things covered. So, if you're on call, have your phone on, have it near you so that you can hear it if you wake up. Set your alarm just like you would a regular work day, because you're most likely, especially if you're scheduled to do something. So when you're on call, make sure you have your phones ready to go, because we shouldn't be waiting until 11 o'clock to get people out to calls that were scheduled between 8 and 11. And that's kind of the bottom line on that. So, you have anything you want to bring up, Kevin? Okay.
Nope.
All right. Well, that's it. I appreciate your guys' time. Meeting's over. For those who just walked in, that was quick.